Recently, quite a few people on social media have been saying that exorcists shouldn't speak publicly or talk about demons and the devil's attacks because it increases fascination with the demonic among the faithful and the general public. And just as they have their own opinions, I respectfully have mine as well. I'll simply ask this question. Would they rather people get their teachings and reminders from exorcists or from people like this on social media whose videos have been watched by thousands online?
When I was young, almost all my older family members had a mirror on the opposite wall of their front door in the entryway. Now, I always just thought this was standard old people decor, and frankly, by that time, in the 80s and 90s, it probably was for them, something they saw their parents or maybe their grandparents do. But in the past, it's very likely that decorating with a mirror in your doorway had a more practical and more magical purpose. You see, unlike today, mirrors in the past were made with silver backing. And silver, of course, is known to repel evil. So if you hung a mirror on the opposite wall of your front door, you would essentially repel any evil that tried to walk through your front door. This meant that you could reflect and even rebound curses coming through your front door, and of course you could repel evil spirits and even witches.
Would you ever hear an exorcist say that mirrors are used to repel evil? Certainly not. But this is the type of video circulating out there that people are watching. I'm sorry, but I'd rather people listen to exorcists instead of videos like this. Let me share with you another example. This time, a witch talking to people about mirrors. So would you rather they get their info from witches and occultists on social media, or the priest? I'll share the clip of the exorcist after this example.
Mirrors should only be used by advanced witches. They are incredibly dangerous if used in the wrong hands. And this is one of the reasons why you would never have a mirror facing you as you sleep. As long as you can't see your reflection in that mirror, then you're okay. And the reasoning is that mirror can create a portal to anywhere. And that portal can attract the good, the bad, and the ugly to you whilst you're sleeping. And if you're sleeping, you are most likely not protected. I would be wary of is staring in a mirror for so long. If you look consistently in a mirror, especially by moonlight or by candlelight, you are likely to see things that you may not like. So when you stare in a mirror, say for 10 minutes at a time, they say it's your brain starts playing tricks with you, but it's not. If you stare in your eyes in a mirror, you will see an awful lot that you possibly don't want to see. It depends on the protection you've got around that mirror and yourself and your home, or wherever you are, but you can look at the future, you could look at the past, you can look at devils, demons, and you can see yourself changing, you can see other people changing.
So the occult practices, witches use mirrors to peer through. It's just like the one of Snow White, the mirror on the wall, right? So it means that they do witches, warlocks do use these implements for their bewitching things. Now, for us exorcists, when we do the deliverance of a particular place, we include the mirrors when we anoint the place. Why? Because we were told that precisely for that purpose, because mirrors were used by occult practitioners to send spirits or to do spells. So we include them. And at the same time, in places of antiques where mirrors are involved, like cabinets, here in the Philippines, you have antique shops that get they have mirrors, cabinets, and everything with mirrors. And we don't know where that came from. And so somebody who likes antiques would probably buy these mirrors or buy these cabinets with mirrors and then suddenly experience something strange happening in their house the moment that they brought in the mirrors or the cabinets with mirrors inside. So yes, we do have experiences related to mirrors. Now, when you say that, according to Monsignor Stephen Rossetti, that the devil or the demons as fallen angels, originally created by God to be beautiful, but when they rebelled against God, they distanced themselves from the source of all order and beauty. And therefore, mirrors for us human beings show how we look like. Now, for demons, analogically speaking, of course, they don't need mirrors, but that is precisely it. Like when they see themselves in the mirror, then they see how hideous they have become. So, the possibility that they don't want mirrors. But in our experience and the way we do things, we include the mirrors in the blessing precisely to prevent evil spirits from moving from one place to another, as if I don't want to use the term, but as if analogically these are portals leading you to a different kind of place. You move from place to place through the mirrors.
And what this woman is doing is also something similar. Let me share with you just a little bit of it as an example. But more importantly, I want to share with you the clip of Father Carlos Martins after this.
Today I'm going to be asking my haunted doll what her death was like. Lola got really sick and passed away after getting the Spanish flu. We believe that she did get really bad pneumonia and passed away in her bed, in the nightgown that I always see her in. I'm curious to ask what she saw when she died. Lola, is it okay if I ask you what happened when you passed away? Yes.
Earlier, I shared with you that clip of Father Winston, the exorcist from the Philippines. This time, let me share with you this clip of Father Martins instead. Listen to this.
Essentially, it comes down to two. If you're looking at kind of to reduce them down into the basic categories. One is dabbling in the occult, and the other one is sexual sin. Why is dabbling in the occult such a dangerous avenue, an avenue through which we can get demons? Well, because we are imitating the rebellion of Satan and his fallen angels. No, God has given us natural boundaries. There are areas in which we have natural powers, like I have the power to develop my rational capabilities, develop a scientific mind, and use science to derive derive knowledge about nature, about the physical reality. But there are certain things that are outside my purview. I can't know your thoughts. I can't know the conversations you have with you and your spouse behind closed doors in your own home. I can't know what tomorrow is going to bring. I don't know what's happening on the other side of the world right now. So I can attempt to make a deal with evil to get those things. I can attempt to put a curse on somebody to get, Lucy to like me and agree to marry me. I can try to manipulate reality through hidden causes, the hidden causes of preternature that are outside of nature, that are within the domain of demons, whether or not I know that it's the demons that are the agents of that action. I can decide to join the Freemasons to get Reiki done on me as a way to boost my energy and so forth. Well, all of this is a participation in the occult, and it is a cooperation with the devil and his fallen angels in their rebellion against God. We are encroaching on the domain of God and trying to usurp for ourselves the domain that belongs to him. The other area that is the most common area by which people get demons is through sexual transgression, through fornication, adultery, masturbation, pornography, through even within married couples. There is a way in which you can use your spouse as a sexual object. That when you're coming together and having intercourse, that it can be entirely an act of lust if your partner, if you're using your spouse as merely as an object, as an object for a means of gratification. Objectifying the person and doing it. It is possible for married couples to sin in the bedroom, and so why would a sexual transgression be a way by which we get demons because of what the sexual act was intended to bring about. It's intended to graft us onto God, because through it, we participate with God in the creation of new human life, and we bond with a particular and special friendship with one's spouse. So to misuse the sexual action is to not only threaten those, it is to commit a sacrilege against this most holy act, and it is a way by which we are essentially telling God off. You have a plan for this. You know what? I have a different plan. And so again, we're back to a rebellion against God, an imitation of the rebellion of the devil.
Well, I guess that is all for the video this time. Again, thanks so much for your time spent here with us, and hopefully all of you have learned a lot from this one. Much love to all of you, and may God bless you.